Hello again, YouTubers. This is your host, Samurai7. I just want to make a video in response to something that I saw yesterday on YouTube. And this is going to be regarding a viral video that I saw regarding sexual predators. And there's been a story that's been made publicly that's reached out to a lot of people, including myself. And I'm royally pissed off right now because of it. And you got a story in Canada where there was an incident where this dude, this sick piece of crap, he tried to meet a 13-year-old girl for sex. And he actually went over to the girl's house. He literally went over to the girl's house to try to have sex with her. To try to have sex with a 13-year-old girl. This dude was so sick up to the point where he thought that the girl was literally waiting in her drawers. He literally thought that. He really believed that the girl was literally waiting in her drawers for him to take her. For him to violate that innocent 13-year-old girl. And you know what the parents did? Which I applaud for. So for the parents of this innocent 13-year-old girl, again, who needs some serious mentoring, who needs some mentoring so she can grow up from this and look back and say, my parents protected me and saved my life. So to the parents of this case, if you're watching, I applaud you. I give you a hand clap to that. Good for you, parents. Good for you, parents, for doing this. They caught him the moment he got into the house. They tied him up. They had him laying on the floor. And then they called the cops for them to come and take this dude so they can arrest this piece of crap who should not be out in the streets at all because he's up to no good. Because I understand there's many reasons why sexual predators do the things they're doing. I understand there's many reasons. But there's a couple reasons. I've shared them before. And the biggest one that's always stuck in my mind is that sexual predators, male sexual predators, they feel like that they're no good for a grown woman. They feel like that no grown woman is not going to want to be with them. Their self-esteem is so low. They feel so entitled. They feel so messed up and weak and all that other crap that they want to go and do something like this. And it makes me so sick to my stomach. As he was laying on the floor, it looked like he had his pants. He had his shirt up. If you watch the video closely, it looked like he had his shirt up a little bit, and it looked like he was trying to he looked like the moment he got in the house that he was getting ready to pull his pants down, like he tried to get oral sex from this little girl. It seemed that way to me. Other people got their own opinions, but I'm sharing mine. And so another thing that happened in this video. And this is what makes me royally pissed off even more, is that when the police came in the video, they arrested the parents. When they should be arresting a sexual predator who's laying on that floor, zip tied. They need to arrest him, not the parents. They're going to say, oh, you're going to get arrested for assault and all that other crap. That's not assault. That's protection of a minor. And so the charges for this person: luring, endangering a minor, soliciting, criminal attempt to commit child molestation. The charges go on and on. They do. And so they should be arresting him, not the parents. That goes to show. You know what makes this even worse? Is that police, there are crooked cops. So many crooked cops in the police force. People who should not be cops at all. And we got some effed up people in the force. We do. To all those people, to all those officers in that video, if you're watching this video, you should not be cops. Not a single one of you who were at this scene should not be police officers. All the evidence was presented to you. The phone with all the goddamn text messages. All the text messages between this child and this man. You should have all that. And he probably brought condoms. And it looked like on the floor he had his wallet. There was a wallet. And if he had a car, it looked like some car keys and other stuff that he brought with him. And so, yeah, all that evidence laying right there on the floor. And all that evidence presented, and you want to go after the innocent instead of going after the guilty. And I've said this before too. The innocent suffers and the guilty gets to walk away scot-free. And it's sad how they're going to let people like this, they're going to release him, this sick piece of crap, and he's going to go out and do this again. There's no doubt in my mind he's going to go out and do it again. He's going to do this again, and this is going to happen to him again. This is going to happen to him again. And it's sad how there's people like this, they don't get much time in prison, but if a person got some drugs on them, it's just possession of drugs, not selling drugs, just possession of drugs, they get 20, 30, 40 years for that. The law is corrupt too. The law is corrupt. I've said it quite a few times. The law is corrupt. And I'm going to say this to the man who got caught. If you're watching this video, if you're going to go out and do this again, remember what happened. Remember when you were tied up, on that floor, and you couldn't do nothing. You couldn't move. All you can do is just lay on the floor in your own freaking spit. Your own spit in your freaking face. Because you felt so messed up and so entitled that you had the right to have sex with a 13-year-old girl. Think about that. Remember what happened that night. Remember what happened. When you go try to do that again. Think about what happened that night. And any other person like you, any other sick predator who's probably watching my video right now thinking I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. I'm right. You're the one that's wrong. Because you're the one who's trying to have sex with children. I'm not trying to have sex with children at all. Because I know it's wrong. It's wrong. I have no children. I want to have children someday. I do. But if that was me, I would have done the same thing. But I probably would have been worse. I would have beat that guy to a pulp. I probably would have grabbed a lamp, a frying pan or something. A baseball bat or something. Just beat you up with it a few times and then tie you up. Tie you up and then call the cops. Not kill you. Not kill them. And this made me think about that story back in 2014 about the man who beat this 18-year-old boy to a bloody pulp because he was caught in the act trying to molest his son. And he was doing it for 3 years. For 3 years. And that's sad. Dude was raping a child for 3 years because he was molested and raped himself. And to the sexual predator, he probably what's happened with him. He had to have gone through something. He had to have gone through something. There's got to be something that made this sexual predator made him like the way he is. There's got to be something. And I believe he had to have been victimized sometime in his childhood. He had to have been. I've gone through sexual abuse myself. But the one thing that I understand, because I've gone through therapy, is that what I've gone through is my problem. It's no one else's problem. And people, you really need to understand that. Your problem is your problem, not someone else's. And I hope that we understand that. And things like this may never happen again. And I hope and pray for that little girl in this hole who was just caught in the middle of this, that she'll look back at this and she'll understand her parents fought to protect her. And thank God this didn't turn into another Kaylee Haywood or a Sabria McClain. Because look back at those 2 videos I've done. And they both got killed. And thank God that this didn't turn into those 2 stories. And she was saved. Her life was saved that night. And again, may she grow up and do better. And I hope it'll be just that. Now, that's all I got to say about this. Feel free to like, comment, and favorite my video. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you all later.